The gangs that existed besides the big gangs. And sometimes these little gangs got the attention of the big gangs, to where the big gangs was like, we want y'all to turn this gang. We want you to be from our hood. What I'm talking about is, if you're not from LA, you're not gonna understand this. But if you're from LA and you grew up in the 90s, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all gonna feel it. How could people not talk about MBT, EWF, FFP, the mobsters, sex jerks, money side hustlers, niggas in charge, NIC, fellas gang. This is all LA demographics. When you went to high school, you had your own clique. Sometimes you didn't want to join a Pyro or join a 60s or no shit like that sometimes, even though we was getting sweated by them. You know what I mean? But Fairfax Posse, Worldwide Boot Gang, MBT, these are the little wall gangs that ran LA, that even had the big gangs like, we want y'all to turn this way, and if you don't, then it was going to be a problem. You know what I mean? I'm just talking about from the schools from Crenshaw to Washington to Westchester to Palisades to Uni to all even the Catholic schools, St. Maria Regina, St. Michael, St. Mary's, Sarah, Verbum Day, Daniel Murphy. You know what I mean? I know y'all feeling me. I know I'm not the only one. You feel me? And with these even the Catholic school gangs, they had their little sets and gangs. You know what I mean? Eventually, you know what I mean, they would turn to the big gangs. Like the MBT, a lot of them turned 60. You know what I mean? Some of the MBTs turned Bloods. You know what I mean? But these gangs were serious things because people was dying at the schools and shit. Like, you know what I mean? I went to Westchester. Niggas, the football players be jumping on the ground and shit during the game because motherfuckers are shooting at the game. You know what I mean? If it wasn't that, it was the MBT and the EWF and, you know what I mean, Every Woman's Fantasy. A lot of the E-dubs was Bloods, you know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of things going on in the 90s. And if you survived it, I tip my hat off to you. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't easy. This is the days of the starter coats. You better not have no Lakers starter coat. You better not have no Raiders starter coat. It was a done data. You know what I mean? Niggas was getting pilked for that at the bus stops. Niggas was getting pilked. You know what I mean? If it wasn't that, then there was the Mexican riots going on in England. You know what I mean? So this is your LA history. This is the real. Who even remembers was? I'm gonna see how OG people is around here. Who remembers Joshua's that used to be on Manchester and Crenshaw? Manchester and Crenshaw. It was the only 18-year-old club right there on Manchester and Crenshaw. That's right in the family hood. And it's right over there in the family hood. So, like, it always was a shooting going on. Always was some shit going on. Y'all do y'all LA history, man. Niggas ain't playing. We know about World on Wheels and Skateland and all of that. You know what I mean? Sauce and Swap Me, do your LA history. You know what I mean? But these are official gangs that ran LA. Ask anybody from LA that's really from the 90s and they'll tell you. Leave that subscribe, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button and leave a comment. You know what I mean? If y'all remember any of this shit, y'all make sure y'all leave me a comment and y'all press that subscribe button. Floss mode. Yup.